What's up, family? What's going on? Today's topic is definitely going to be talking about some practical astrology, real life astrology, and how you can use astrology to make some money in your brand. And yeah. A lot of y'all really don't understand the concept of like practical astrology. You think it's too far out, or you think only a few people can do it. So like, I'm getting ready to just break some science down today. This is a really good book that I recommend. It was referred to me by Kristen Littles, Cosmo Physician, CosmoReport.com. The Essential Guide to Practical Astrology. What's her name? April Kent. Would I call this a starter book? Yeah, this is it's like starter to medium, but it's really good for like somebody who's like at a 7, 8, 9, 10 with astrology. You're going to like to go back and just like go over some basics. And if you're at a 0, this will really help you like with the languages of astrology. All right. So let's get into it real quick. All right. So Coach, man, I'm so happy. I just got me a little stand set up. I was cutting the grass earlier. So I didn't want my wig to get looking all kind of crazy. So I appreciate you for joining me. Thanks a lot for sharing this to your followers. Thanks a lot for sharing this on your Twitter feed. And thanks a lot for coming in and scoping with Coach. We're going to get right to the point. Thank you everybody who's already joined already. And no gimmicks, no frills, just straight to the point. Appreciate that, my own boss, for inviting your followers. Thanks everybody who's joining me, and thanks everybody on the replay. You know, on the replay, you can still share it on Twitter, right? So today, what's going on, JJ Mitchell? Today I got 3 scopes coming back to back. So you know I have a 7, I call it the 7 thunders, or my 7-day theory. Every day is an energy cycle. It's like you have 7 chakras in the body. You have Glow Getter, what's happening? Thank you for sharing. You got 7 chakras in the body. You got 52 weeks in a year. 5 plus 2 equals 7. 7 days in the week, 7 chakras in the body. You should have versatility enough to be talking about, having the right time to do the right thing. So like for me, I'm big on marketing and social media and things like that, but I'm big on spirituality and meditation and things like that too. But I'm not going to talk meditation to you every day. I'm not there right now. Maybe one day I will. I will not talk marketing and money to you every day. I'm not going to talk astrology to you every day. I'm not going to talk relationships or sex or food every day. But all these things make up who I am, and they matter in my business. They matter in what I do. So you're on Periscope now, like it's early in the game. So I said, you know what? People need to see what diversity looks like, because there's a ton of people already coaching on other things. So I said, let me go through my week. And these are the days. My regular week is just like I'm periscoping. I'm showing you seeing the world through my eyes, right? Wow. So today's my astrology day. What's up, Monica? Great blab last night. Love ya. And I would just love to keep talking to Monica and things like that, but I want to get to the point because I got 3 scopes to do today, and I want to get them all done. I just got finished cutting my backyard. It is beautiful. My lawnmower's popping off. Weed eater is good. I don't know if the hedges, but the yard is like, look at that. Woo, crispy. Woo, yeah. So I was thinking, as I cut grass, that's like a walking meditation for me. And I was like, word, what are some of the things I want to talk about? So this morning I was really inspired by my man, Alchemy Saint, whatever it is. He's in Vegas. And if you watch him, bruh, big ups. He showed me the sunrise. So I went to bed really late. So I got up about 9:30. So of course, sunrise is over here in Atlanta. But in Vegas, it was just coming up, and like I just turned my phone on, and somebody was like, "You should watch this guy," and I watched it, and the sun was like, "Wow!" And then he was just telling the story, and I was like, "You know what? I appreciate this brother for motivating me." So I was thinking about, how can I incorporate me motivating people How could I bring more sunlight into my day? I'm always thinking about that. And then I was like, well, what day is it? It's my astrology day. So I was like, can you get all of this in here today in one Periscope? And I was like, no. So I was like, yo, start off with what you're supposed to do, then do what you need to do. Suppose and need may be the same, but on my schedule it says I'm supposed to do, so I can change that. Then what I need to do is talk about moon magic. And then what I want to do is talk about relationships, because my blog the other day on relationships, or it could have been on Wealthy Wednesdays, whatever it was, I got to make up one. So I want to make up one. I need to talk about my moon magic program that starts tomorrow, but I'm supposed to be talking about astrology. So let's get started. And I had to make some notes because I will go on a tangent, as some of you know. Billionaires use astrology and millionaires don't. I don't know what millionaires use, but I'm sure that billionaires use astrology. And you have a brand that you are selling, and your brand needs to be shaped after your own swagger. I got locks, I wear glasses, I have some tattoos, I wear different type of necklaces. I'm not that tall. I like to meditate. That's my brand. Who I am is my brand. A lot of people will say, I'm going to get into real estate because real estate is popping right now. Or I'm going to get on social media and try to build me a list because I heard that's how you make money on the internet. I just want to go on the internet and make money. But you don't have a brand. Some of you have a business and it's not doing as much as you want it to do. So today's tip is you need to line up your brand with your sign. And not just your sun sign, but I'm going to talk about your sun sign and branding. But you would do well to look all the way in and get a full reading and look at what your spiritual destiny is. Because what I've seen is my brand is shaped around my sun sign, my rising sign, my Venus, and my north and south nodes. These are my 5 pillars for my brand. There's some other things too, but these 5 pillars, and maybe, there's other factors, but my sun sign, my rising sign, because they're like the 2 biggest things that you look at in astrology. Your rising sign is number 1, then the sun sign. Now my moon, that gives me some indicators because mine just so happens to fall in my 2nd house. And I know that my moon is related to women, the feminine energy. So I've always had more women clients than I had men. So I don't actively go after men. I really don't actively go after any clients. I just be myself. But I know what my chart says, so I understand. I know that a wonderful. I know, but your moon and how you nurture people is in the 10th house of fame. So she nurtures people. She has 2 PhDs, but she doesn't go around and be like, I got two PhDs. When you talk to her in her brand is nurturing. You know, if you see Dr. Monica on, you're going to be nurtured. Well, with me, I'm going to be talking about relationships and balance because my moon is in Libra. But my rising sign is Virgo, so I'm always wanting to tear things apart. I want to perfect it and analyze it and make sure. So it's natural for me to be on a Periscope or a Twitter or Instagram or Facebook telling people tips, tools, and techniques. Rules, rules, and tools. This is why I am so successful in what I'm doing, because I took time to make sure I identified who I was and make sure my brand was lined up to that so I could be authentic in everything I do moving forward. I don't have time to go on Oprah Winfrey and try to talk slow. I talk fast. I'm not got time to be on somebody's couch on a big television show or a big radio show and then I don't talk a lot. I do talk a lot. That's who I am. It's a part of my brand. People don't like it, they bounce. Now, why is it that billionaires, so some people say, well, prove it that billionaires use astrology and not millionaires? Because a millionaire, he can be easily broken. He can easily be broken, right? But the billionaire is going to take a whole lot for that joker to be broken. Now, the Titanic, they had all these investors that were there were a lot of investors on the Titanic. Thank you everyone who's joined late because you're interested in the title. We are talking about branding, putting your brand with your astrological sign, and I'm just giving a story of an example of how billionaires uses astrology. He got to use astrology. Bill Gates has to use it, Warren Buffett. They don't have any choice because they ride rhythms. They ride the crest of rhythms, and nothing shows you a rhythm better than astrology. It shows you the rhythm. All right. So the Titanic is about to sail. Everybody who's got money in it is like, man, this is the biggest boat ever sailed. I'm on it. I got millions in this joker. I'm getting on this boat. So JP Morgan was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go on the boat too, but let me get this reading first. So he hits his astrologer up. His astrologer says, yo, this trip does not look good for you. Stay home. JP Morgan says, man, I got mad bread in there. All my competition is on that boat. What will it look like if I don't go on the Titanic? They're going to think I'm not backing my brand. His astrologer said, stay your ass home. Stay at the crib. Just chill. JP Morgan says, all right, I'm going to listen. Rest is history. The next phase, the boat leaves, it don't come back. Everybody on the boat dies. Who's on the boat? JP Morgan's competition. So when they were all alive, JP Morgan had to compete with them. Then they all died. He was there by himself. He didn't have any competition. He went through a lot of aggressive buyouts that really weren't even aggressive. He went through some corporate takeovers that had no resistance. Why? Because the resistance was floating at the bottom of the ocean. Right. He didn't have no resistance. And all of this, for him being an unashamed opportunist, which I'm always talking about, happened because what? He stayed and listened to his astrologer. He stayed at the crib and didn't get on the boat. Now, you know where a Chase Bank is at? You ever seen a Chase Manhattan or a Chase Bank anywhere? That's him. That's him. Right. Right. I know Wells Fargo is popping. Bank of America is popping. But Chase? Ooh. So you got to look at, you can make one super pause and wait for a second. Bam! And move at the right time. Bam! And you're in. Floyd Mayweather, the bob and weave and counter champ of the world. Miss me? Miss me? I hit you. For millions and millions and millions of dollars. Floyd got an astrologer. He knows what nights to fight on. He knows what his opponent chart is looking like. All of that. You understand? So, this is why I say line your brand up with your sun sign. Let's go through these real quick. Aries. First off, who's in the building? I know Team Pisces is in the building, and I'm Team Taurus. Please let me put your team in. Let me see who's on the squad. Because I'd rather talk to people who are here, and then on the replay, they just have to get in where they fit in. I didn't mean it like that. Aries, check it out. You're the initiator. The key word is I am, right? Team Virgo is in the building. We're talking sun signs only right now. We're only talking sun signs. So I'm going to get to Pisces. Aries, the key word is I am. So whatever your business is, it should be around I am. And guess what? You only need 1,000 people to make $1 million. Write down 1,000 times 1,000. That's 1,000 people times $1,000. That's $1 million. You could just market to just Aries, or you could market to people who are having identity crisis. Right. Stop necessarily. It's cool. You have to know who you are and then what you love. So, what's up, Simply Shaki? The sun sign for Aries sun sign is I am. So it should be something about personality, something about your personality and identifying yourself. Team Taurus is I have and I possess. It is the sign of money and money in your pocket. Yes, there are a lot of people with low confidence. So how can you raise the fire? Because it's a fire sign. So your color scheme should have some red in it. So you would start appealing to all Aries. Wow. Right. But what if you just had 1,000 Aries clients wanting to pay you $1,200 a year for you to do 2 conference calls per month with them. 1,000 Aries wanted you to do 2 conference calls a month, and they would pay you $1,200 a year. You go do the math on that. You go do the math on that. 1,200 times 1,000 people. Go do the math. Right. Team Taurus, we are strong. We are about moving and hauling loads and things like that. But we're also the money sign. So I can appeal to all Tauruses. I could appeal to the Taurus and everybody because we all have, each of these signs in us. But I'm going to lead with that piece. If I'm going to lead with my sun sign, I'm going to lead with money, strength, sensuality, sex. And the key word is I have and I value. Geminis, the key word is I write, I express, I talk, I text, I publish, I speak. These are all mental activities. So if you're a Gemini, your brand, even if you like fix cars, even if you're a mechanic like that moves around, Gemini is, I haven't got to Virgo yet. I'm going in order. We're on Gemini, the third one. We're going to move around and get them all in order. Gemini is the sign of short trips. So if you're a mechanic and you want your brand, you could be like, I get you back on the road quickly, mobile car, automotive fixer, whatever. Hi, sunshine. The sun is out. It's coming out now. It's got my legs hot. Now, Cancer. Cancer is I feel. That's nurturing, that's magic, that's emotions, that's a lot of healing. You understand? And it's ruled by the moon. So maybe you could put the moon in your logo. Gemini, maybe you could put Mercury in your logo. Taurus, maybe you could put Venus in your logo or put some horns in your logo. Aries, maybe you could put the ram in your logo. Maybe you could put the planet Mars in the logo somewhere, like where it's supposed to be a 0. Maybe you could put the planet Mars because you're an Aries. Signs and symbols. Everybody knows Illuminati, Freemasons, all these movies is always talking about some symbology, and you ain't even using your own symbols in your own logo. Jupiter Ascending. That movie is so talking about branding. It is bananas. You understand? And bigging up astrology. You keep the whole nother periscope. Next is Leo. Leo is I will. It's ruled by the sun. So you could have a big sun in your logo. Leo is about love, fun, children, casual sex, and willpower. So your brand has to express these. Because the more you express your energy, that's what people are buying. Nobody's buying books from nobody. Nobody's buying services from nobody. Nobody's buying books from anybody. They're buying you. They're buying you. Next is Virgo. Team Virgo is in the building, and the key word is I analyze, I perfect, I serve, and I work for a bigger mission. Team Virgo is serving people. Like Virgos, I'm not even, I don't even want to say like, man, Virgos make some of the best coaches. Virgos make some of the best coaches because they're so analytical. Virgos are good offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, because they're breaking something down. Sometimes Virgos will come at you and say something like, they'll say something to you and you'll say, why are you so critical? Why you criticize everything I do? I'm not. I'm a Virgo rising. So I'm a great coach and I got Taurus power to back it. So I got Virgo rising and then here's my Taurus. So I got the Virgo energy. Woo! That sun ain't playing no games. What do I do from here? We have to move over just a tad bit. Okay? Yeah. That's a little better. Thank you. All right. So, Team Virgo, very analytical. So you have to watch your mouth in relationships. But in your business, you don't have to watch your mouth because people are paying you to what? To be authentic. People are paying you to be your authentic self. So be it. Yes, I offer astrology readings for entrepreneurs. Absolutely. Whatever it is that you need, an entrepreneur, I don't think that you should start a business without having an astrological reading on what your spiritual destiny is. Because if you don't love it, then you end up jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing. Anybody been approached by somebody in multi-level marketing and they say, yo, don't you want residual income? And then they tell you to, you say no. Then 6 months later, they approach you again and they're doing something else. Then they're doing something else. And they're just jumping around. And they ain't really happy. They just don't want to go back to work. And now they done fell up into this multi-level marketing, thingy. And that's what they do. And you always find them in that. But is that in their spiritual destiny? Because my spiritual destiny, my higher being is much bigger than what I want to do down here to try to get money. You're right here chasing money and forgot the number one purpose. What's the number one purpose of being on the planet? Everybody, all 7 billion of us. People keep saying Black Lives Matter and white lives and all lives matter. Shut the F up. You came down here to grow. Tell them, Leslie. You came down here. You didn't come down here to self-actualize. Nope. Everything else is the realization of growth. Growth is the purpose. Everything else is the result. Self-actualization is the result of growth. To stay asleep is the result of growth. Some people say, well, how can I stay asleep and that be the result of my growth? Because there's two dynamics. Look at this tree behind me. Look at all these trees behind me. They're growing in two directions at the same time. One's growing up towards the sky, and then the roots are growing down. That is man. Trees are the story of man on this planet. And you either growing down like roots, or you growing up like tree limbs. But that's us. We got the choice. The tree does them simultaneously. You have some things that happen bad in your life that just start going down. That helps in your self-actualization. But guess what? You are growing down then. You're rooted in that thought. And you don't want that to happen again. Dr. Monica gave a great example one time about being abused, and that was a low point in her life. And so she used that and said, I don't want to abuse. I don't want that to ever happen again. They started growing. Then she said, wait a minute, I'm abusing people. So then now she had two disagreeable things that helped her in her actualizing who she really was to make her who she is now. And now she only chooses to grow up. Same thing for Khayr. Been in them streets. Done some things that were not on the up and up. Went to prison. Been in too many arguments with too many loved ones. Messed up too many relationships that were really the right relationship for me that I could have really went somewhere. You know what? And then I was growing down. And now, through my growth, I have made the decision to only grow up. Some little things happen, but guess what? Yeah, the limbs bend over a little bit, but they're still growing as they're bending. You understand? That's why it's so important to have a straight spine in your meditation, because it represents the tree, and you're not losing any energy. That's why. Team Libra, just had to get that out for a second. Growth is the purpose, everything else is the result. If you want to get an entrepreneurial reading from Coach Khayr, tell me you saw me on Periscope, and we'll take $25 off. How about that? I do $50 if you tell me that you saw this Periscope. I'm taking $50 off anybody who wants an entrepreneurial reading from Coach Khayr. Go to CoachKhayrAstrology.info. www.CoachKhayrAstrology.info. Say, I saw you on Periscope. I want a reading. I'll send you an invoice for $50 off, or I'll send you a code that you can put in to get $50 off, and then we're rocking and rolling. We set the appointment up. All right? And that's only good for this week, because when I do next week, the special's gone. So you had to take some proaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wait a minute. No, it's good from today until next Friday. Team Libra. Libras are all about relationships. Oh my goodness. The key word is I relate, I harmonize, and I like a healthy debate. So yes, a Libra is a debater. And she's cute too. He's cute. You know what I'm saying? This is why Libras, they're ruled by Venus, right? Taurus, People advertise it on Facebook as well. I don't know what that means. Not, I don't care, because I know there's people. I'm only looking for people who are active about their business and who ain't scared to spend money. I'm not scared to spend money, so my ideal client is not scared to spend any money. I don't spend money, I invest money. I don't even like using the word. I only invest in what I'm gonna get a return on. Any book I buy, any lawnmower that I do, any the rent that I pay, it's an investment. I invest into this house, I invest into this yard, and then I get returns on my investments. Period. And I only do business with people who are investing in themselves. What you spend with me, I have a 500% guarantee on everything I do. She wants me to advertise astrology for entrepreneurs. I did. If you are an entrepreneur on Facebook, I ain't got time. I don't have time. I really don't need the extra business. Right now, I'm doing it because I'm on Scope. I may do it on Facebook, but I don't have time. They didn't see me on Periscope. So if I link it and say you got to watch to find out how you can get the discount, then that's fine. But right now, I'm not into that. I'm into Team Libra. Team Libra, you should have some scales on your logo. Put some scales in your logo. You can use Ma'at. Ma'at is Libra. See the scales? You can use Ma'at, you can use the feather, you can use Venus, and it should be something to do with relationships. Libras will make some great relationship coaches. Just stick to the relationship, because a lot of people who do relationships, that sun ain't playing no games, it's moving us, everybody. We have to, the Libras, man, they're some good listeners. But Libras are also vain too. I love Libras like being the vain sign. You know, y'all the vainest sign in the zodiac. If you ever want to hurt a Libra's feeling, don't look at them, don't pay them any attention. It just bugs them out. Team Scorpio, I want and I desire and I transform and I go deep. And I will kill you. So that's Team Scorpio. Scorpio, you're ruled by Mars and Pluto. So your business could have a P in it, and it could be shaped like Pluto. Or it could have the emblem of Mars or Pluto in the logo. And the colors black and red. That's just to me, because you're so far out. That's the black. And then you will do some bloodshed. That's the red. So, yeah, you're a Libra. You ain't got to ask for no agreement. Man, be who you are. That's the problem with people. That's why I'm doing this, because people are not being themselves in their brand. You're not being who you are. Are you vain? Then what about 1,000 vain clients coming to you, Team Libra? Same thing for you. If you get 1,000 vain clients paying you $100 a month because they like vanity coaching, that's $120,000 a month. But you want to, I ain't vain, I'm fronting. That ain't who I am. You better get this money. Stop playing, because God wants you to be prosperous. Once again, what's the premise? Billionaires use astrology, not millionaires. Why are you even on here if you ain't really interested in how billionaires operate? Billionaires are billionaires because they are who they are. They are who they are. And they stay in it, and they ain't got no shame in it. That's billionaires. You think you can get lucky and just get to $1 million? You think you can just get lucky and get to $1 billion? I'm done with that right now. We make our own luck. All right? Team Scorpio, we go deep. Deep, deep, deep. You're always transforming. You like partnering. You do better in a situation where it's partnering. And maybe you like big into the occult. Because Scorpio, that's the 8th house. That's all your psychic things. You know, you got all of these esoteric things that are happening in Team Scorpio. Team Sagittarius, I see, I teach, I philosophize, I travel internationally. If you're a Sagittarius, I speak foreign languages. I got big muscles because I'm ruled by the planet Jupiter. So What is it that is? It's got to be over the top. It's got to be, I will expand everything in Sagittarius. That is Jupiter. What is it? It's got to be expansive. It's got to, you got to think big when you are Sagittarius. Your company should be thinking big this. If you're a coach and you're a Sag, thinking big coaching. If you clean houses, thinking big cleaning. If you run a taxi cab service, riding big wheels taxi service. It's got to be something that's expansive, but it also could be a philosophy in there, a teaching. Or why don't you get into vacation? Everybody comes to me about vacation. I don't have anything in Sagittarius. I don't even have anything in Sag, and my Jupiter's in Libra. So I'm not interested in that as a stream of income for me. Go find some Sagittariuses. And if you do vacation and you are some other sign and you're not a Sag, why don't you just go recruit Sages for vacation? They'll be all over it. Make money while traveling. I'm going to call 2 people today and tell them who've been trying to get me to do vacation. 3 people. Just recruit some Sages. Just do an entire campaign for some Sages because they want to get paid while they're traveling. Team Capricorn, the hard worker. The Yoni Spa. Woo, I love the Yoni. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this with your followers. Thank you for, I told Mr. Mosquito to leave me alone. Right. Oh, that's great. Vacation. Team Capricorn, I use and I utilize. I use and I utilize. I use and I utilize. Of course, I'm the first. The Yoni, girl. That's my Sunday and Monday class where we be talking about that Yoni. No, I'm a tantrika. I practice tantra. You understand? And don't let the smooth taste fool you. You know, we gets down. So, you see this? You see my Yoni tickler? Yeah, that's right. So anyway, I do have Neptune in Scorpio, so I can get I can get with the Yoni on many different ways. Whole nother topic, excuse me. Team Capricorn, I use and I utilize. This is the worker bee. This is the let's get famous. This is the what's up, psychic alchemist is in the building, man. Thank you. Please share this with your followers because they got to come on and get through. Team Virgo, you're going to have to catch the replay. We already ran through that. I might run back through all 12 real quick. But Team Capricorn is all about hard work, utilizing. You are the goat. You are the mountain. You are the last earth sign. You are the final earth. So you need to have like a mountain range in your logo. You need to have a goat to say that you're sure-footed. You have to say that I'm reliable because a mountain is reliable. These are the things that will push your energy through your branding. I'm trying to tell people how to push your astrological sign through your branding so you can attract more like minds by working easier. Oh, be on at this time is the optimal time to be on YouTube. Do this. This hashtag will get you this. This will get you this. Why not be who you are? Practical astrology. Why don't you do something that's practical? Why don't you just be yourself first? Why don't you sell who you are? Tony Robbins, people like Tony Robbins because he's who he is. You understand? He's just himself. He ain't trying to be nobody else. People love Tupac and Allen Iverson because they weren't trying to be any damn body else. People love and hate me because I ain't trying to be nobody else. I got some people who just totally disgusted with me because I am who I am. I got some people who would ride for me with them things because I am who I am. You see what I'm saying? So just be who you are. I have people who just that's me. I depend on me as I'm my own hype man. I got some other strategies about bringing in other hype men, and I love testimonials, but when a person gets to see who I am authentically, they're like, yo, I want to rock with this dude right here. That's Team Capricorn. Hard work, the mountains, I use and I utilize. And I'm famous because that's the house of fame. It's the house of the public. It's the 10th house, the number 10. Team Aquarius, I know, I network. Now, if you're an Aquarius and you are on Scope, I have an entire marketing plan just for you. When I'm scoping and Twittering and Facebooking and all that, I act like I'm an Aquarius. I'm using their strategy. But if one of them was to see what I was doing and take it from me, or not take it, but if I was to give it to them, they would just like, phew, because they're a natural Aquarius. I don't have any planets in Aquarius, but it's just in my 4th house. So I work from home using my network. I understand that. So I network, dreams come true, and I know that's Aquarius. So Monica, and I love information. And it's also creativity because it's ruled by the planet Uranus, not Uranus, not my anus or your anus, but Uranus is the correct pronunciation. It's unpredictable. So it is ever evolving. It's spontaneous. So if you're an Aquarius, you should have some spontaneity in your brand. You might want to be the one with the flash and it works. Flash won't work for me in my logo design. I'm plain, kind of simple. Need to drop some green grass in there and just rock out. You know what? I need to add some green to my business card. I'm finna get funky with my next card. It's gonna be crazy. So, and it's going to be strictly aligned with my astrological zodiac sign. Point blank, period. But it's going to be simple. It's not going to be overwhelming, and it's not even going to be a card for astrology, right? Nah, it's not going to be a card for meditation. It's going to be a card for what's the end result of who I am and what do I do. I'm the growth coach. Put that in there. He's the growth coach. Can I get everybody to type? I just want to see it. He's the growth coach. Khayr is the growth coach. That's all I'm concerned with, is people growing. Everything else is the result. If you want to get money, be in a relationship, I'm always going to start with, are we growing? If you want to grow your company, I'm your guy. If you want to grow in a relationship, I'm your guy. If you want to grow in your practices, and whether it's Tantra or whether it's martial arts, whatever it is, I'm the guy. I'm the go-to guy. Want to grow your list? I'm the guy, because it's all about growing. Growth is the purpose. Everything else is a result. And last but not least, Team Pisces. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm the growth coach. Team Pisces, I believe. I am the mystic. I see beyond the veil. Team Pisces is also, we smoke a little something and drink a little something. We like to party all the time. Party all the time. Hey, Team Pisces love a good time. Team Pisces is, you know what? Why worry about all the responsibilities? Let somebody else worry about that. Psh, life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. I'm a Pisces, and so I row my boat gently down the stream. I ain't worried about all the other stuff. I'm a Pisces. Man, we just rock. We're in the flow of things. I don't know what senioritis means, but I'm sure that you would probably tell us. And all Pisces don't drink or smoke, but it is the sign of getting high on the low level, and it's the sign of enlightenment. So this is getting high, and this is enlightenment. Both of them are under Pisces. Storytellers. It's the last transformation sign. So in Monica's logo or any Team Pisces, it should be some water flowing. Like seniors who already graduated but still waiting at the... Okay. Yes. He could be, but listen, here's a point. When somebody said, my husband's a Pisces, but he's not these things that you're describing. Because there's other aspects that make up who you are in your chart. So if you want to come get an entrepreneurial astrology reading for $50, if you want to get $50 off, go to CoachKhayrastrology.info. Make sure you let me know you on Periscope, and I will show you how we can align your brand with your astrological sign, and you can start getting this money. Let's start getting some money. Like y'all giving me hearts. Let's get some money by using who I am. You can't put your social security number on on your business card, but you can put your zodiac sign on there. You're subliminally advertising. That's neuro-linguistic programming. Did you know at the movies they used to put the Coke ad, like the whole thing for the Coke, you know, like the movie thing is like this big of the frame, this big of the frame, there's a small gap in between. Yeah. And so they would have the frame of the movie and they would have Coke in here. And so after about 20 minutes of watching the movie, everybody was getting up going to buy a Coke. They made a law that said they couldn't do that anymore. They were like subliminally, because your eye can see so much through the unconscious when that you're not in the subconscious is always awake. Your conscious mind, you looking with these two eyes, but the third eye already understands. When you see somebody doing something in martial arts with the eyes closed, or they're practicing, or they're trying to unlock something, they're tapping into the higher senses. Why don't you tap into higher senses to get more money? You think it's illegal for you to tap into your higher senses to get paid? We're going to do some EFT. Come on, everybody, put your phones down. Right now, I got this 10. Repeat after me. When I say right now, you say right now. Right now, I got this 10 about being spiritual and being rich. Because when I was little, somebody told me a lie about spirituality and money. I believe that if I'm rich, I can't be spiritual. And I got a 10 about that, Khayr. And that's what's holding me back from my success. But Khayr, even though I got this 10 about spirituality keeping me away from being wealthy, I still love myself anyway. And I respect myself a whole lot. And even though I got this 10, Khayr, and these blockages about wealth and spirituality, God still loves me. Tap, just like that. See, tap. God still loves me and will never, ever, ever leave me. No matter how much money I make, I always have an association with the Creator by whatever name I call him or her by. Hands down, big inhale through the nose, big exhale out the mouth. Inhale, lift the hands up over the head. Exhale out the mouth. Let the hands float down. Yeah. Inhale up and through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Now let's just release all that stuff. That's right. I do emotional freedom technique. And everybody stopped too. Because everybody stopped tapping. Yeah. Yeah. You just got a crash course in EFT. That's what I do for people who have blockages over stuff like that. So it ain't even always about the astrology or about the money. What about people that need to remove blockages? So my EFT is already like, it's crazy. And I don't know. I could do a Periscope deal. I should be charging more. It's $75 for a session of EFT. If you need to remove some blocks and you want to use EFT, go to relaxationisthekey.com. Relaxationisthekey.com. Click on Emotional Freedom Technique and then fill out the form. Yes. I will do a Periscope on EFT. Yes. So relaxationisthekey.com. Go to Emotional Freedom Technique. It's right at the top. Click it. Come down and fill it out. Put in, I saw you on Periscope. I want to get an appointment. And I give you $25 off. That's it. I should be, the guy, Dave Hunt, who taught me, says I should be charging $150 to $250 for 1 hour of EFT. The stuff never comes back. But I'm like, yo, that's the thing I really love doing right now. So I haven't like moved that price up. I haven't scaled that up. It's probably coming though. But so if you would like an EFT session, it's $50. Just go to relaxationisthekey.com. Go to Emotional Freedom Technique and then get it. This week, all right? The last piece of this, because I got to go. Still got 2 more of these to do today. Let me paint the picture for you about billionaires using astrology, right? It's the domino factor. When you understand the 8 cycles of the year, 8 cycles of the moon, and what the number 8 is all about, magic, money, and manifestation. The 3 M's, you see that? Wow, that's what 8s are. It's really, really important to understand the domino factor. That when I line my dominoes up, all my money falls right into the bank. When I line my dominoes up, astrologically, all my money falls in the bank. There is no more debt when you start applying astrology to your business. You don't have any more debt. It disappears because money falls in your bank. Money's not falling in your bank because you're not following billionaire tendencies. You're not using practical astrology. You're looking at the horoscope thinking you're going to get something out of there that's going to put some money in your pocket. Cut it out. Hey, Divine Star of the Seal. What's going on? Thank you for inviting all your followers. You know you're a little late, but you up in here. So when we put this together, astrology and your brand is popping. So I'm going to run through the 12 signs, and then I got to get out of here. I'm going to give everybody a key word, and I'm going to give you a key element too, and try to incorporate this into your brand. If you need help on this too, and you don't want to get a reading, but you still want to invest, brand your swag. Brand your swag. And the book is at hustleuniversitybooks.com. Somebody please type that in. hustleuniversitybooks.com. Brand your swag. Even if you don't believe in astrology, you need this book as an entrepreneur, or if you're trying to escape your 9-to-5 with Mr. Charlie and you want to start your own business, don't do anything before you know that your brand is rock solid. hustleuniversitybooks.com. That's it. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie getting ready to get some health care over here, messing with me, the way she is like assisting me and showing me love. Aries, I am is the key phrase. Fire is the element. Taurus, I have and I value, and earth is the element. Gemini, I talk, speak, write, text, publish. Mama Dada Astro, I'm running through the signs right now to show people how to line up with their line their brand up with their astrology course. Anytime I see somebody come in talking about astrology, I got to acknowledge them. So, Aries, I am fire. Taurus, I have earth. Gemini, I speak, I write, I type, I communicate, air. Cancer, I feel, I emote, I do magic, water. Leo, I will, W-I-L-L. I play, I love. That's will as in willpower, and the element is fire. Team Virgo, I analyze, I perfect, I serve, and the key element is earth. Team Libra, I harmonize, I partner. I harmonize, I partner, and I'm vain, and I'm cute too, because I'm ruled by Venus. And the element is air. Element is air for Team Libra. Team Scorpio, I desire, and I want, and I transform. And the element is water. Fixed water at that. Big up Team Scorpio. Sagittarius, I see, I travel internationally, I philosophize, I am the guru, and the element is fire. Team Capricorn, I use and I utilize, I work hard, I'm famous, and the key word is I use and I the element is earth, the final earth. Team Aquarius, erase that. I know, I network, I socialize, dreams come true, and the element is air. Aquarius is not a water sign, it's an air sign. It's all about the intellect. And Team Pisces, I believe, I am enlightened, I meditate, I go to the movies, illusions. I misunderstood. People confused what I was saying. Whatever. That's all Pisces, but it's about belief. I am spiritual. I am religious. So it says something about Pisces. Look how the sun just started coming back out, just basking me. Wow. And the element is water. That's it. Water, baby. The final water. So I appreciate all of you for coming through, rocking with the branding today. I'm going to spray this yard real quick before I do the second one. So y'all got about 10 minutes to get ready for my next Periscope. I'm going to go charge the phone up while I spray the yard down for you mosquitoes, because they are like on attack mode right now. So thank you for coming through and joining. Remember, if you need an EFT session, relaxationisthekey.com. Press in, going to Emotional Freedom Technique, and you can get $25 off if you want to get a EFT, so you can clear up some of the blockages. If you want to get $50 off in a reading for entrepreneurs, to make sure your brand is lined up with who you are, go to CoachKhayrAstrology.info. Put your information in and say you saw me on Periscope. If you don't say you saw me on Periscope, then that's the only way. I should be like, do a screen capture of me hitting you with the peace sign. Let me pose. Boom, this will get you $50 off too. No, I tell you what, anybody who stayed all the way to the end and you catch this as a screenshot, you get $75 off on your reading. Anything with the double peace signs, wow. You gotta catch the screen, you gotta catch it. My good side. All right, had your opportunities. I'm gonna holler at y'all in 2 and 2. I got another one coming for you. It's been Trill. Happy Freaky Fridays. Let's get it. Peace. Stop the broadcast. All right.